Okay, and then we have a number of subscribers asking about Aegon. Is that something you could speak to a little?
Well, that's a great question because it's always got something going on, and it's just been a stalwart. It goes back and forth and back and forth, and it just can't seem to get traction. And Bench has been on record a number of times saying the reason it can't get traction and it goes back and forth is because it's a very hard insurance company to assess and understand. It has multiple divisions in countries on almost every continent. And because of that, it's very hard for analysts to wrap their head around it and for investors to get excited about it. And it appears that the new CEO, Lard Friese, he was hired in May 2020. He shares this view, so we're quite happy about that. And since he's taken over at Aegon, he has streamlined the operation quite significantly. He's deleveraged the balance sheet somewhat, and he's cutting costs quite aggressively. So instead of having a confusing web of subsidiaries everywhere, he's going to focus on three core markets, which are the UK, the US, and the Netherlands, three growth markets, and then he's going to amalgamate the kind of asset management business they do under one umbrella. So it will be a much more streamlined and focused company. And from a shareholder point of view, we hope that increases earnings per share, makes it easier for other investors to understand, and also makes it easier for analysts to evaluate and come up with numbers for any given quarter or half-year numbers that they release.
Sure, yeah. Sounds like some smart moves. So you mentioned three growth markets. Which are those?
The growth markets are Brazil, China, and then the countries of Portugal and Spain on the Iberian Peninsula. So two obvious growth markets in China and Brazil, and then Portugal and Spain, good established insurance markets within the European Union.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, good to know. And Lard, do you think he has the industry experience necessary to pull off the turnaround?
I think he does. He is an industry veteran for sure. He's been in the industry for decades. And prior to joining Aegon, he was the CEO at NN Group, which is another Dutch insurance company, very large insurance company. And if you go online and you compare the valuations of Aegon to NN Group, it's obvious which company's done better. And hopefully he can replicate the success that NN Group has had and bring Aegon's valuations up to where NN is. And that would make us as investors very happy. And I think that's why he's the man for the job, because he's got a track record at a previous company in the same country, in the same field, and of similar size.
Perfect. Well, let's hope he can pull it off.